Hi, we're here with Rodney Reynolds, senior running back for the Yale Bulldogs, and some might see you listed as linebacker, but you are a running back, and especially the last 2 weeks and getting in against Lehigh. I know from the broadcast booth, we heard even from an enclosed press box, just the cheering from your teammates on the sideline when you got those carries and were having such success. Talk about what it meant for you to, get those reps.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time coming, I think, with the program and with my career. So it meant a lot to get in the game, kind of in a critical situation. Fourth quarter, try to run the ball and run the clock down, try to get points, obviously. But I think I served my role pretty well. I'm very, very excited to get those reps. I appreciate the opportunity to try to make the most of it, kind of what I've been doing for 4 years, trying to make the most out of each opportunity I get. We've been slim a little bit, but finally got a shot and try to prove myself a little bit, and happy I got the reps.
Well, to get those reps, it had to be a bit of a perseverance story because Coach Williams said you were pretty high on the list coming out of spring ball at running back, and then a bit of a setback, but it must have made it just extra special.
Yeah, I mean, coming out of spring ball, I was up there on the list. Summer had a really good summer. Got back from fall camp and obviously went through some things with my hamstrings, which is actually out of the ordinary. I didn't really expect that. I'm the yoga guy. I did yoga all summer. Got a yoga instructor to come up here and work with us, and ran all summer. Did a lot of workouts. Did every workout over the summer up here with Emil and the rest of the guys in New Haven, and then I got here and just both of them popped in the first couple of days of practice. So obviously a very disappointing setback. But try to keep knocking, keep going, and just keep working every day, get the hamstrings back, and just keep plugging away.
As a senior, how would you say your Yale football experience has been so far?
It's been very good. It's been very trying. The Yale football experience for me has been a very difficult one, just because obviously I haven't played until this year, a couple weeks ago, and going day in, day out with the grueling schedule that we've had. The schedule's changed a little bit now with the new staff, but it's still a lot of time, a lot of commitment. It's been very difficult. Been very mentally challenging, very physically challenging. But I'm very proud of what I've experienced here. I'm very proud to be part of the program and be part of this tradition. And I think I'm realizing that senior year about how important it is to be a member of this team and this tradition, to be able to wear the Y on the helmet, as Coach Williams always says. And I think one of the things that kind of defines that for me is, I think it was maybe freshman. It was actually freshman year here. My grandfather came to the game against Princeton. We lost that game, but he came to the game and he was crying after the game was over. And I was upset. He was crying from joy. Obviously, my grandfather didn't go to college. My grandfather didn't think that he would live to see the day I would be in a Yale football uniform. So that's one of the things that kind of inspired me to keep going and keep plugging away. I see my grandfather, who didn't expect to see any of his family members go to Yale, let alone wear their uniform. It's really, I guess it's special for him and other members of my family to just be able to wear the uniform and be able to, compete on a day in and day out basis. So those are things that kind of help me get through it.
You mentioned that uniform, and, most people know you as number 23, and that's the public display, but you're also, as a Yale student, involved in a lot of other things, and you mentioned the time commitment that you've got to kind of balance into it. It's not just classes, but extracurriculars, and tell us about some of that stuff you do.
Okay, well, I'm a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. I'm a member of Word Performance Poetry Group. I was a publicist last year, and this year I'm also the president of the Yale Black Men's Union. So got a lot of hats I wear, I guess, around campus. So it is very, very busy. Of course, I'm also a student. Sometimes I forget to tell people I take classes. But yeah, it's very busy, very, very hectic schedule. I think football actually helps me keep on top of everything, because you have something that's definitely structured for the day. You have a practice, you have meetings, and then you kind of plan everything else accordingly. Of course, with the class schedule, and then you kind of delegate and disseminate time appropriately. So I'm definitely all over the place on campus, but it's been fun. It's been real fun.
You mentioned poetry in there, and you also enjoy making music. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it has recently been revealed to the football offices that I'm a maker of gospel rap music. So I've been doing that for a long time, actually. I've been doing this since I was like 14. I just started recording like albums in college in like my closet, kind of trap the sound. I don't really have a booth or a studio or anything, but that's something that's grown over time. I've started doing that like I said, when I was 14, I recorded when I was 14, and then I got this Mac, the Mac, which has GarageBand program on it, which gives you easy access to be able to actually make and produce music. So I've been doing that for a while, and I guess it recently got revealed to some publicity guys, and now it's kind of funny, but it's something I do.
Getting back to the football field a little bit, we mentioned Lehigh and the Penn game, and it's at Columbia this coming weekend. You looking forward to getting some playing time on the Yale Bowl surface?
Yeah, I am. I thought about that too. Think about it, I really will only have 2 opportunities to play in the bowl. But I'm going to cherish those opportunities, especially the games that they are. Obviously the Harvard game, but also Brown. And I'm looking forward to playing the bowl. We played here, obviously, spring games and blue versus white games and things. But it'll be very special. I'll be able to cherish those games even better because of fewer opportunities for me.
One last question for you will be, how would you define what you think characteristics describe this team best, this 2009 Yale Bulldog football team?
Energy is the first thing that comes to mind. Togetherness. I think we've really gelled as a team, especially with the shift in staff and with the changeover in personnel. I think we've really come together, and I think we've kind of set a great foundation for what this program will be in the next upcoming years. So I think those 2 things are really very strong characteristics of our team and our squad. Really energy. We bring a lot of energy every day in practice, every game. We're gonna have effort. We're gonna bring as much as we can. We're not gonna leave anything on the field, even in practice. Running around, flying around, and being a blur. I think those are things that we've kind of we pride ourselves on those things. The effort, the energy level, the speed of the game we try to play at. Those are definitely things we pride ourselves on.
All right, well, thanks, and best luck the rest of the way. That's Rodney Reynolds, running back for the Bulldogs.